All right.
Hey, we're working. Yep, it's working now.
Cool.
Hey.
Awesome.
How's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. So I just roll right into the interview. I don't really edit anything. I don't know if you've listened to any of the ones we've been doing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no problem.
Right on. So how was your holiday?
It was pretty good, man. I didn't have my kids on Thanksgiving, but we just had a Thanksgiving at my dad's house right now, so that was pretty nice.
Right on.
Yeah, everything was nice. We just put up our Christmas tree.
Hell yeah. So
yeah,
you dropped the big flyer this week.
Yeah, on Thursday or Wednesday. And tickets went on sale Thursday, and seems to be getting some good responses so far.
Right on. The pre-sales seem to be doing good, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. It's off to a good start.
Right on. Sounds like probably one of the best pre-sales you've had, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Last year was pretty close, but this year is a little faster.
Right on. Yeah, the Amigo The Devil and or is it Amigo and the Devil?
Amigo The Devil.
Amigo The Devil. That's right. Yeah, and then Harley Poe have been really picking up a lot of steam lately.
Yeah, I had them both last year, and they seem to have gotten a lot of steam, like you said, and really people are paying attention to them quite a bit more. So I was lucky enough to get them back again. I usually don't do headliners multiple years in a row, but
fuck it.
I figured those two are hot right now. So
yeah, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly. And they're good guys too, especially Danny, Amigo the Devil. He's a fucking awesome guy.
Right on. Hell yeah. Yeah, a lot of the younger kids are talking about those guys around here, so...
yeah. Hopefully, I mean, it's a 21 and over event, but hopefully we get the younger 23, 24-year-olds out there.
Younger to me anymore.
Younger to us. Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
Fucking 25 nowadays.
Yeah, that's young.
Ironically enough, though, that's about when we started hanging out and watching this whole thing conspire, you know?
Yeah, it is. And now, a lot of the bands I got are younger now, too, so it's coming full circle for sure.
Yeah, yep, there's like a whole, like, couple of generations below us, it seems like, nowadays.
Yeah, the one band that's doing really well is the Tail and Street Corner Thieves, and they're young dudes.
Yeah, they're good, man.
Yeah, they're really good. They're one of the better, newer bands coming out for sure.
Yeah, they're one of my favorites. I booked them for Ruckus last year, and they were great. Great attitudes, great people, work hard.
Yeah.
And they bring it, too, so, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, they do.
I'm excited to see them again, play with them up there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to have them.
I'm excited to see a lot of people, man. It's Fritz and Johnson from Whiskey Dick. I'm excited to see Gary and Liz and Jared. And
yeah, you know, every year it's like a family reunion for, you know, especially us original Moonrunners. You know, like a lot of the crowd has changed and we got a lot of new people coming in, but there's still the original crew out there every year, so that makes me real happy.
Yeah. What year is this? Is this 6 or 8?
This is 7.
7. Okay, I was
right between where you were guessing.
Yeah, right on, man. I'm pretty fucking happy for you. I'm glad. I know you're having some rough times for a minute.
Yeah, a couple of years there. I just kind of paid too much for some artists that really weren't drawing. And like last year, after the success we had and lower guarantees, I said, fuck it, I'm just going to keep trying to book bands that are more reasonably priced and not be paying an arm and leg for one artist that, you know, may or may not even draw that well. So I've been kind of being smart about it instead of just going right out and booking the biggest act I possibly could. I'd rather get a bunch of, you know, people that are on their way up and becoming pretty huge. Like last year we had the Dead South, and this year they're selling out a 1,300 person room in Chicago. So I like to get them when they're on their way up.
Yeah, people are hitting them up over here too lately. They're selling out a lot of shows. Like to me, like I was always just like, where the fuck did these guys come from? You know?
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Not to sound like a dick, but you know, I'm like I've seen like bands like this like for years now that are actually like, in my opinion, a lot of bands that were better than Dead South that didn't make it as far, and then these guys pop up out of nowhere. Which I'm not taking nothing away from them as musicians or anything, you know, at all. And I don't know what type of people they are, but it's just
they were all right to deal with for sure. Like they're not my favorite bands, but they're more Mumford and Sonish kind of stuff.
Yeah, because I'm like thinking like the 357 string band should have been selling out fucking venues. You know?
Yeah, and then when I had them in Chicago all the time, I mean, Last False Hope would be like the headliner of a 357 string band, which is just sad because they just didn't pull as much as they should have. If they were to play to Chicago now it would be packed.
Yeah,
like they're like Operation Ivy kind of. As soon as they break up, they're huge.
Yeah.
So one day, I doubt I'll ever get them at Moonrunners, but
is Joe Huber playing Moonrunners this year?
No, not this year. He couldn't commit by the deadline. So there's a couple bands that had to wait on confirmation. He's going through a new booking agent now, and so he's getting stuff worked out with that, and he couldn't commit to anything that far away right yet. So yeah, but he's there every year. Yeah, he's a good dude, but yeah, unfortunately he won't be here next year. But
yeah, I'm excited to see that I haven't seen for fucking ever is Rachel Brooke too.
Oh yeah, she tears it up every year.
Yeah, she's a friend of mine too. So hopefully she brings her husband because I know Brooke too.
Brooke is a good guy. She usually runs solo because Brooke is at home with the kids.
Yeah.
With Casper.
I'm gonna try to fucking see if I can get him to come though. Because like I don't know. This is like my hoorah, man. Like I don't know when I'll be able to go back out again. You know. So
yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to see as many fucking people as I can because I'm kind of in the same boat that they are. But everything that's going on is so much further away from me. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like everything cool, like that happens in my world is happening in the middle of the fucking country, and I'm all the way on the West Coast, and there ain't no chance of me moving anytime soon, you know. But I mean, we've been kicking around ideas of maybe trying to get the fuck out of here, but it's just not feasible for at least a few more years.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're going to be able to come up, man, and see a bunch of people.
Yeah, I'm happy to be there. I'm glad. Thanks for booking me, and the Travelers are bringing a little bit of ruckus to Moonrunners this year.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's going to be good.
Right on. So what else have you been up to, man?
Just working, taking care of my kids, getting married next year, so been busy.
Are you doing something in audio now? Because I know that you were talking about mixing albums there for a minute.
Yeah, that didn't quite pan out the way I'd hope it would. I went to school for it and shit, and just like it was above my head. Like all these kids were younger than me, and they like grew up on computers and shit, and I just kind of came in there not knowing anything about it when all these kids have a background in it, and they were just like, I don't know, it was just too much.
I went to the Art Institute of Seattle, man, for the same exact thing. And the same exact fucking thing happened to me, man. And
yeah, it's
on
hard.
top of that, they were really fucking, since the Art Institute is fucking, like, goddamn highway robbery, too. So
I got student loans beyond belief right now.
Yeah, I just, like, fucking bugged out. I was like, fuck this shit. This is stupid.
Yeah.
That and it's an industry that you can get into without schooling, too. It's something.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it was a waste of time and money for sure.
I always said I learned more from doing dog water about audio than I ever did sitting in a fucking classroom with a bunch of
same with me doing Outlaw Radio for all those years. I learned enough about audio.
Yeah, how's Moonrunners Radio going? I'm glad to see
it's going good. Yeah, we did 5 episodes so far. It's going pretty good. People are tuning in. I mean, not like Outlaw Radio, but I mean, there's enough to make it worth our while, and even if nobody listened, we'd still do it.
Yeah.
So we got the same format. We have someone live in the living room every week, and it's been a good time. We've had some good artists come through.
Right on. Who have you done so far?
We just did Tejon last week when they were in town, and we've had Brett Conlon. We did Sean James. Yeah, Dwayne Mark.
Okay.
And then Once They Dead.
All right.
So Yeah, we've had a good mix, and we're supposed to get Henry from SS Web, but he ended up not being able to make it by, but he's going to come up and do it some other time.
Right on. Oh, you were out with like St. Chris last night, weren't you?
Yeah, it was St. Chris and SS Web.
Right on.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Did you book that show?
Yeah, I book outside of Moonrunners now. I'm officially one of the bookers up at Reggie's.
That's good.
Yeah, so it's been fun. It's been challenging, especially with getting the fest together. I don't have time to book any other shows, but I got TSOL coming, so that should be a good one.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, so hopefully that draws pretty well, and I got a couple other good shows coming up, so we'll see what happens.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you're doing pretty well.
Yeah, I'm hanging in there. My car's broken, so that's no good.
Yeah, that's what you're mentioning, dude. I've had so many vehicle problems the last fucking goddamn 2 years or so. I almost died on I-5 coming from Tacoma to Seattle for the Splatterhouse Ruckus a couple years ago.
Oh, shit.
Actually, it would have been about just over a year ago. Yeah, my fucking shock and struts fell off my van, dude.
Oh.
It's like a miracle my whole fucking tire didn't come off.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah. Luckily, I caught it before. Luckily, I made it to the club. And I was so late, I was just like, I knew something was wrong. But I got down and looked at the tires and looked underneath. I couldn't see anything.
Okay.
And then I was like, fuck it, I got to go in. So I ran into the club. And then when I was leaving, I told Kevin from the Travelers, I said, hey, like my fucking car's fucked up. Make sure to follow me just in case something happens. And I said, as a matter of fact, watch the front of my car as I pull out. See if you can notice anything weird, because I know something's going on.
Okay.
And then he was like, back up right now. You're not going anywhere. And when I backed up, I could hear it fucking doing something. And when I got out, my tire was like kicked out. Like,
oh man.
It was like it hadn't fucking came off yet, but you could see it was holding on by a thread. I was like something was on my side. Like, if I ever believed in God, it's like today's the day, man. But fucking doing like 80 coming down I-5 and my tire's about to fall off. I managed to drive like 20 miles like that probably.
Man, that's risky.
Mhm. Yeah, you're in the land. Fuck, dude, Seattle traffic is shit, but you're in the land of shitty traffic.
Yeah, absolutely. The worst.
Yeah, last time I went through Chicago, man, I was like stuck in traffic with Owen May.
Yeah, I remember that video.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, it took us it takes so long just to get through there, man.
Yeah, it sucks.
That's a cool town, though.
Yeah, it's a nice little place. But yeah, it doesn't matter what time of the day you're getting stuck in traffic.
Mm-hmm. So, trying to think what else is going on here.
Not much, man. Just gearing up for the fest, 5 months in advance as usual.
Yeah. That
takes a lot of planning, and now we just sit and wait and watch
tickets.
Yep, every day.
Yeah.
See how they're doing, but we got a nice little start, so I'm pretty confident this year will be pretty good.
Right on. How many? What's the capacity of Reggie's?
400.
400. So
yeah, well, 400 in the main room and 150 in the side room, but we don't sell 550 tickets. We only sell 400.
You only sell 400.
Yeah, because it gets a little insane in the side room sometimes, so it's a lot of fun because they're packed over there.
Yeah, you can't fit fucking 500 people in there, probably.
Yeah, no, it's a cap of 150. So I mean, with all the tables removed and everything, I mean, we'll have over 200 people in there.
Right.
If you're looking to see a band on the side stage, I'd suggest getting there a little early. Getting to that room a little early.
So you run 2 stages then, right?
Yeah, it's all part of one venue. It's 2 different clubs, but it's both Reggie's, and there's a hallway between the 2 rooms, so it's literally a 30-second walk between the 2 stages, so it's not like you're going to be missing much.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Perfect, man. Are you guys still doing like the brunch thing, or are you guys not doing that?
I don't think so. I mean, it was good. That's when we did 3 days. So it was kind of like the third day kind of special thing in the morning because people are hungover and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I haven't really figured out if I'm doing that yet this year. I gotta see if I have enough like acoustic acts to do that. But I don't know. I think I might just start out heavy both mornings. So
wake people up the right way.
Yeah, exactly. Get people there nice and early.
Right on.
Saturday they'll get there early, and Sunday they'll be dragging.
Yeah.
13 hours is a long time to be in one place.
Yeah.
But
it is.
I actually got Jesse Roderick and 40 opening the whole thing on Saturday, so that'll give people a reason to get there early.
Right on. That'll be fun, man.
Yeah.
It'd be good to see Jesse again, too, man. I'm glad to hear that he's playing, because...
Yeah, me too.
Filthy Still's another one of those bands I felt like, god damn, they had so much potential, man, and...
Yeah.
It's just so fucking hard, man, you know?
Yeah, a lot of bands can't do the road more than a couple of years, man. It's brutal.
Yeah, it takes a lot out of you. It takes your fucking family, your friends, and...
Yeah, and you're making no money, and...
Yeah, nothing. Yeah.
It's real hard to make money unless you're really something.
Yeah. Yep. I just... Well, I can't even think, like, you know, like, you gotta be really, like, devoted, very business savvy to stay on the road that long. A lot of people don't understand how much business mindset, how much of a business mindset you need to be in to be able to keep that going like that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Every band needs at least one person in there to be that person too, you know? And when nobody's sober, it ain't gonna happen no matter how fucking smart, you know, the smartest person in the band is. If nobody's sober, you know.
That's very true.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's not an easy life.
And it's hard to be fucking sober on the road, man.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine being sober now when touring.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we all get into this shit, is for sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yeah, absolutely.
And fucking, you know, nobody...
Yeah, man.
Most of the time it's hard to fucking do it sober.
Yeah, it sure is. I've been sober a year and a half now, and it doesn't get any easier.
Really?
I
didn't know you were sober. That's good, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm trying.
Right on. I'm mostly sober. I smoke a shit ton of weed, but...
Oh, yeah, I still smoke a lot of weed.
But,
that doesn't count.
I'm smoking weed right now, actually. I always smoke weed when I do interviews.
I'm out right now, so...
Hopefully, yeah, it's free here, so it's fucking plentiful, man. I wish...
That's awesome.
Yeah, you guys... How close are you guys? You guys just passed medical, didn't you?
Yeah, and they're talking, the new governor or whatever is talking about legalizing it in January.
Well, Michigan's right there. They just did. So usually states tend to, like, you know, do it in pairs, kind of. So maybe they'll hit you guys up.
Yeah, I think
it's fucking great, man. It's a beautiful fucking world to live in when weed's legal, man. And you can just go in, and dispensaries are so cool. They're like,
yeah. Well, hopefully it's something I can look forward to.
Yeah, man. I hope so, too.
Yeah.
If they were smart, they'd just make it legal across the fucking country, I think.
I know. I don't understand it.
Such a dumb thing to be fucking illegal, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. The medical fucking field is part of the problem, I think. They're finding out just how beneficial it is. And until, you know, Big Pharma can get their grips on it and get their money from it, it probably won't be legal federally.
Yeah, that's true. But we'll see what the future holds. Hopefully by Moonrunners it'll be legal.
You think it'd be legal that soon?
I don't know. Probably not.
When are they putting it on the ballot?
January.
Oh, fuck. It could be, I guess.
Yeah, if it goes through quick enough, that would be cool.
Usually it takes like a year for them to kick everything in, though.
Okay.
I think it's like whatever. It's like a month or two. Here it was, but they put everything on the ballot in November here.
Okay.
So then by beginning of the next year it's officially legal, but then it took like another year for them to figure out how they were going to regulate selling it.
Okay.
So like then like I think the first dispensary around here popped up like a year after it got legal, but there was some on like, see, I'm in rural Oregon. A lot of people don't understand that Oregon is a fucking giant state, and when everybody thinks about Oregon, they think about fucking Portland, and Portland's actually like a very small side of our state. So,
Oh yeah, it's the same thing as with Illinois.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people think of Chicago, but and the funny thing is too, when I would go tour Illinois and I'd tour towns like Alton and Grafton and those little fucking towns over there, a lot of that land is a lot like how the land is on my side of Oregon.
Yeah, it's definitely rural.
Yeah, there's like a lot of weed out there like there is here, you know, a lot of open fields and stuff like that. So, yeah, absolutely. I always loved going there because it always reminded me a little bit of home, but that's why I always loved Illinois. But then, yeah, cool. It's like, but it's almost the exact same thing. You hit Portland, it's like a fucking whole new world. But
yeah.
Anyways, so it was. I mean, they have their shit together. Things process quicker over there, so they had some dispensaries open up there pretty quick. But it took a while for them to come over here. And we still don't have one in our county. They'll fight that till fucking forever. But yeah. But it is what it is. I can drive a few miles and get some. So
there you go. Good for you.
Right on. So, Roger Allen Wade, who are you most excited to see at Moonrunners, you think?
Roger's one of them, man.
I think he's pretty high on my list, too, man.
Yeah, he doesn't tour or nothing, so it's pretty exciting. It's kind of a big deal to get him out. Mm-hmm. So, Possessed by Paul James is always good. I'm excited about a lot of the folk punk bands like We the Heathens and Apes of the State, Bird City Sinners. They're all really good.
Right on.
So it's a pretty eclectic lineup this year.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
But we all use banjos and mandolins.
Right on.
So I don't know why the folk punk thing isn't considered part of the Roots.
I don't know. Anyway. To me, like, I don't know. It sounds a lot like to me, you know?
Yeah, it sounds just like it. So,
sounds like Filthy Still and all that shit we've been listening to for years, you know?
Yeah.
That's probably just one of those things, too. It's like a new generation, you know? Like we were talking about earlier. They just got their own name for the same shit that we've been listening to, you know?
Yeah, and we did it first, though.
Yeah, who is it that reminds me? Who'd you have last year?
Days and Days?
Days and Days. Yeah, they remind me of like a mix of Filthy Still and Johnny Hobo.
Okay. Yeah, they're a great band.
Yeah. Yeah, really, I like Johnny Hobo's shit. You ever listen to him?
No, I have not.
Oh, he's also like known as like Pat the Bunny. And he's got like
I've heard of Pat the Bunny.
Yeah, and like Wingnut Dishwasher Union or some shit too. He's got like a few bands.
Yeah, I've heard Pat the Bunny.
But I think Johnny Hobo is what he went by originally, and it's just like these old, like, really shitty recordings of him singing, but they're really fucking good. That's probably like, I'm surprised you hadn't heard of that. It's like right up your alley, man.
Yeah, that's what other people have told me, so I gotta definitely check it out.
Exactly, yeah. I'm so glad that you're doing a podcast again, man. I was thinking about that, like not long before you actually announced doing the podcast. I was like, I saw Chris Miller do it, and I was like, fuck, I wish Jahshie would start back up doing something.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun time. We haven't done one in like 2 weeks, but we'll get another one going soon.
Yeah, I've been trying to I haven't really been doing too much podcasting, but I've been trying to supplement it with other shit, working just with what I've got, which I mean is what we did with Dog Water. Really, is we had the shittiest goddamn computer mic hooked up to just this big pile of shit prehistoric fucking desktop with Audacity, and that's how we ran it for years. And then, I learned how to edit a little better. Fuck, when we first were doing Dog Water, we were playing out speakers, recording through the microphone and just being quiet while the song was playing.
Yeah.
And then finally I realized I figured out how to put the tracks on there and how to adjust the volumes of shit and stuff so the fucking show wasn't like a disaster, you know?
Yeah, takes a little bit, but yeah, we're still pretty ghetto over here. When we record the live back fans, we still only have one microphone going, so
yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah,
so it's exactly the same as Outlaw Radio, just
mm-hmm.
with a different name.
Yeah, we're talking about bringing something back. We want to work more of the video though, but I don't know.
Okay.
We've been and another thing too is like when we were doing podcasts back in the day, they weren't as hard on people, man.
No, not
nowadays
at all.
you throw that shit up on fucking iTunes or YouTube or something, they're like, hey, do you have permission to use this song? You know,
Yeah.
they'll grab your ass right away, you know?
Yeah, no, it's a lot different.
We'd play all kinds of shit. Nobody'd say a goddamn thing.
Nope.
Know? I'd be like, here's a Leonard Skinner song. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We still dip into the old stuff sometimes and just hope that no one catches us.
Yeah.
So, but mostly it's independent underground artists.
Right on. Yeah, that's usually what we like to stick to. I've been doing like the Artist of the Week where I make sure it's like, you know, I do like on Gravel Road Therapy, I'll do an Artist of the Week and throw on somebody that has like less than 3,000 likes on Facebook, you know, or some shit.
Okay. Cool.
So.
Well, if you ever need anybody, let me know and I'll point you into some bands.
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe doing stuff with Moonrunners guys here pretty soon. There's a lot of names on there I haven't seen. Oh shit, you know who else I'm looking forward to seeing is Coonsy, man.
Oh yeah, he plays every year. He's the man.
Fuck, I haven't seen him forever, dude. I miss that guy.
Yeah.
He was a good friend of mine. I used to play with Old Red Shed like way back in the day.
Oh really?
As a matter of fact, Old Red Shed helped me book like a couple shows on my first tour ever by myself, and then I stayed at their old banjo player's house all the time, Brad. They're fucking great people, man.
Yeah, they're a good crowd.
Yeah. Coonsy's cool. I haven't talked to Brad in years though, because he's so kind of old school. He doesn't Facebook and shit, you know.
Okay. Yeah, Chris is a good guy, and he brings the down home sounds to the fest.
Yeah, and he's evolved a shit ton, man. Like,
yeah,
they weren't really that good, to be honest. And he'll be the first to tell you that. I think when I first heard him, and they were a mess too. Fuck. He'll also be the first to tell you how fucked up he was when he first started playing. He was a mess. Him and his old bass player. I think his old bass player's in prison now, but.
Oh shit.
But yeah, they were a goddamn mess. And then he just started playing and kept with it. He got sober and fucking, now he's just, goddamn, he's just put his nose to the grindstone. He can pick. He's like a way different musician nowadays.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I'm pretty fucking stoked to fucking see him, man. It's been a long time.
Yeah. I only see him every year, so.
Yeah, he works, so this is probably his, like, hoorah
vacation.
Out, kind of like me, you know?
Same with, like, Brittany Avery. This is her vacation every year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's always a good time.
Well, shit, brother. You got anything else you'd like to add?
No, that should be about it, man.
Right on. So
let's get your
Moonrunners.com is the
Moonrunnersmusicfestival.com.
Moonrunnersmusicfestival.com. That's where you get your tickets.
Yep. And then just follow us on Facebook, and that's the most up-to-date shit.
Yeah, and listen to Jahshie's podcast.
Yes, Moonrunners Radio.
Or else he'll shank you.
Yes. Absolutely.
I'm sure we didn't even get to that.
Nah.
Probably shouldn't after all the lawsuit threats and whatnot.
Yeah. That's a whole nother podcast.
That's a whole nother podcast. All right, brother. I'll see you in a few months. Thanks for coming on.
All right. Yeah, thank you for doing this.
Later.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.